Hi dear friends, it's my second episode and today I decided to share with you my story, how I end up in Amsterdam. Of course it started many years ago. This year it will be 16 years as I'm living in Amsterdam, and before I used to live in a small city, Kaliningrad. It's in the Baltic Sea and it used to be Königsberg. Immanuel Kant was living there, so he's my homie. So there I used to have a club. It was an art club. It was a place where everybody can give their first concert, perform. We also do exhibitions, film screenings, poetry nights, everything. We would laugh, surround ourselves, and everything you can imagine, and even more. So it was a wonderful time. And once we host a Dutch organization which was named 1 Minute, City 1 Minute. It was a program, and I, with my partner, contribute to this program. We make a movie, 1 minute movie. Curators love it. Then we have a final presentation in our club, and then one of the curators said, "Guys, why you don't want to study contemporary art?" We said, like, "Yeah, we dream to study contemporary art, but we plan to go to Barcelona." And she said, like, "Stop. No Barcelona. Contemporary art only in Amsterdam, only in Gerrit Rietveld Academy." We're like, "Okay, what? We should go there." So remote half a year after winter, we go in there. We arrive into Amsterdam. We fell in love with the city partly, and for sure we fell in love with the academy. So we decide to move, close everything. This is another story for another episode, I believe, and then jump into a minibus with a sticker Naked King because it was the name of our friend's band. We leave the keys from a rented apartment in a post box and go to Amsterdam. In 1 day and a half, around 2 days, we arrived to the city, and we thought, like, yeah, it will be so easy to find an apartment, but it was not. So we was living for 4 days in the car because it was a sale, and the sale is happening once in 5 years. So we were so lucky to arrive exactly in the sale. And also notice it was 2010, so we didn't research internet to know about it, so we just go, and we was hoping for luck. So after 4 days in the streets, we found only one kind of advertisement about the house renting for like daily rent available. So we thought, like, okay, whatever, we can rent it for a month or something like that, because we need place to stay, and our friends who own this minibus Naked King need to leave. So they unpack all our stuff in the streets of Amsterdam, it's Keizergracht, and go. And my partner go and negotiate with the owner. Then he come back and start to bring things into the house. I'm like, oh my God, we have it. And that's how we start to live in Reguliersgracht, area 7 Bridges, one of the most beautiful places in Amsterdam. So what this story is about, each time I remind myself when things get very, very difficult, when I find myself literally in the street or in some problematic moments with my work, I try to remember myself that I already was there. And by pure belief and of course a bit of sparky luck, we made it. I made it. We made it. And we in Amsterdam, and we found apartment. And we found apartment which was so beautiful, really antique, view in the canal. And we have a view for 7 bridges. It's a very unique spot when from one point you can see 7 bridges, which is going all directions. Why I decided to tell the story right now? Because our world now in such an unpredictable place. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. And it's exactly how I felt when we was sleeping in the car in the streets of Amsterdam in 2010. And but inside we were sure that we will make it, and I came to study contemporary art to Amsterdam. I came to realize my big dreams, so it was no way it wouldn't happen. When you focus all your attention and you put all your energy together towards things you truly believe, they tend to happen. And sometimes it's so much resistance from reality, it's so much resistance from the material world, but it will happen when you have no doubt. Another day I was in a performance by Tilda Swinton, and she was quoting different people, reading different texts. One of them have a quote, I can't recall who it was, but it was saying, if you lose in your mind, you already lose in reality. So if you lose this faith in yourself, if you lose the faith in the things which you are doing, if you lose inspiration, if you lose joy, if you lose love, it's very difficult to win. It's very difficult to win because it means it's already failure. And of course, we shouldn't be winners all the time, and it's not the game that anybody should win. It's all about the process. But what I meant is, if you have a bigger goal, if you have a calling, if you have ambition to realize something, you have no chance if you stop believing it in yourself. If you stop believing yourself, it means you already lose. And of course, you can have a breakdowns, you can have emotional moments, you know, we all have them. Like I had one yesterday where I was doubting everything I'm doing. But today I wake up, sun is shining, life go on, and then I thought like, wait a minute. I was in the streets of Amsterdam. Now I'm not in the streets anymore. I was once a student, not once, twice, 3 times. I have many educations, but I was a student and now I'm a professional. I didn't have idea what I want to do. I was trying different things. I was making films, I was making paintings, I was making installations, and now I'm an artist and I have a business. Yes, I'm still developing it, but I already realized so many big projects and amazing projects, and I have people who believe in me. And yes, I'm still in the beginning of a journey, because it's always a beginning, it's always a journey, because you change all the time. Every morning we wake up and we're a slightly different person. All our life experience, all our life events shape us to become who we are now. And here we are, you know, rough, rough, like, and real, you know, and we very real people. And I believe it's beautiful. It's very painful, you know, like to live this life with a heart wide open and feel everything, but I don't see any other variance, you know. I think it's only one way, is just to live with a heart wide open and try and believe and experiment and make mistakes and love them. And if it's needed, yes, sometimes we can live in the street to find our dream house afterwards. Of course, after this beautiful apartment, we lived there for only 1 year and there was so many stories around it. We moved around 5 or 6 times, but it's another story for another episode. Please, believe in yourself, and you know, in a world full of hate, love is an act of resistance. In a world of poor leadership, community is an act of resistance. In a world we live right now, in the times like right now, joy is an act of resistance. So resist, resist, resist.